Welcome back to the channel and welcome to beautiful sunny Querétaro, a little bit north of Querétaro. Just had finished packing up and heading south now, heading back to Mexico City quickly, and then to a state south of Mexico City called Morelos. It's a little bit north of Guerrero, where Acapulco is. Probably take 4 to 6 hours depending on traffic, but should be a fun drive. And it's also called Eternal Spring there, or the weather is called Eternal Spring there. It's permanently warm. It's a little bit lower than Mexico City, so Mexico City is kind of like always kind of like a little bit rainy in the afternoon while in the rainy season, and then in the 20s Celsius or 70s Fahrenheit. Morelos gets a little bit warmer, not quite as warm as the beach towns. It's still higher up in the mountains, which keeps it cool, but definitely a little bit warmer than Mexico City or where we are here today, up in Querétaro, where it's 25, 80, something like that. 25 Celsius, 80 Fahrenheit. So, yeah, get going here in a second. Kind of sad to leave a day early, still have the hotel for a night, but gotta get going. So, yeah, join me on the adventure. All checked out. Just gotta meet my, the production company that's driving us around up at the road up there. So, get to lug some luggage up there. You can see here that this school actually has got a goat to keep the grass flat. It's actually a good idea. All checked out. Unfortunately, my ride is stuck in this traffic you see behind me here. So I'm just kind of, standing on the side of the road, middle of nowhere. I stopped filming because the woman that was in the white SUV there, she said, "Donde vas?" She was asking where I was going and offering me a ride. Probably don't fit in that much, and doesn't help that I have a bunch of suitcases and I'm just standing on the side of an industrial road. But yeah, no, she just offered me a ride, trying to figure out where I was going and trying to help me. So really awesome, really awesome. Well, apparently I did not need to walk up here because my ride took the side streets to beat some of the traffic. So now they have to drive up to me. Oh well. And it's like for an hour or something. An hour of standstill traffic or something ridiculous. Well, apparently all of the traffic we just sat through, over an hour and a half, was caused by a toll booth. So we've literally just sat in traffic for an hour and a half just due to a toll. We passed the time teaching me Spanish and comparing English and Spanish swear words. So that was fun. Do not recommend though. An hour and a half in barely moving traffic is pretty awful. I hope the guy's okay. Holy crap. Just left Mexico City in a second car now. You can see the city below us on the left here. Welcome to the ever sunny Morelos. Got here around 3 a.m. last night, so I didn't end up filming anything. We it took 4 hours with all the traffic to get to Mexico City, and then we had to switch cars, so it took us another 3 hours to get down here. We made it. Also, I have absolutely no idea what was going on with that trailer on fire. That is not normal in Mexico, or anywhere in the world for that matter. Nobody else in the car had ever seen it either, so pretty crazy. But, no idea why it happened. Hopefully the guy was okay. If you've never seen where cane sugar comes from, this is where it comes from. Sugar cane. It's a lot of it here. Going to look for coffee. All the coffee that they've made has sugar. I want black coffee. Also, I was kind of avoiding mentioning it. I don't really know why, but the reason we had to leave early yesterday was we're going to a funeral. So if I look tired, it's because I am. I went to bed around 8:30 this morning and I woke back up at 10. So in Mexico, when someone dies, you don't leave the body alone until it's buried. Catholic tradition. So you gotta stay with the body 24/7. So Got here around 3 and didn't leave until, 8:30. Make sure somebody was there. So if I look like I haven't showered and I'm on 2 hours of sleep, it's because I am. Went from the middle of nowhere in Querétaro to the middle of nowhere in Morelos. But this place has a arc that was, or that's called Los Arcos, and it was, that's a Spanish aqueduct. So they used it to get water around the area. So it's fairly famous. But it fell down in an earthquake recently. You can see that's what it used to look like, and that's the repair job. So. Coffee success. Vámonos. Up the mountains you can see over there, plus a whole lot farther up, is where Mexico City is. So you can see it's all super green here, but it doesn't actually rain. It's because all the water runs down from Mexico City. Well, not all of it, but a lot of water runs down here and keeps the area green. So it's like, a huge food producer, huge amounts of sugar cane and other food here. And it ends up being really green without rain. So that's why it gets the name Eternal Spring, because it's always like this. Always. Still on 2 hours of sleep, but getting tacos. It's almost 10.
Tacos al pastor.
Those have to be the best tacos al pastor I've ever had in my life. I've had them in Acapulco and all over the country. Like, seriously, good. So if you're in Yatepec, it's called Taquitos Yatepec. Order the pastor. Good choice. Probably call it here for the night. It's been a long 2 days. I'm on 2 hours of sleep still. So yeah, see you in the morning. Good morning from Morelos. Non-sunny day for once. I think it's one of the few I've ever been here for. I've been here a lot. So, gonna head down the street, look for bread. Shouldn't be too far. As I said before, there's stores everywhere. Mexican bread, sweet bread. It's not the same as white bread. It's like way more interesting. I'll show you what I mean. You can see what I mean by stores in random places. There's a store selling old tools there, there's a corner store there, there's a corner store there, there's another corner store there, and then there's this place here which sells bread. And this is a residential neighborhood, so people just use their houses to make a store. Informal economy, as they call it down here, is extraordinarily it's like, they don't even know how much the GDP or anything else is of this country, just because there's so much informal economy. So sweet bread and banana bread. Micheladas. Just had micheladas, which is like beer with kind of whatever you want, and like a sauce on the side. It's like chili, but they have another name for it. I keep forgetting. Mine was pineapple. And then you add to your beer salt, lime, Worcester sauce, kind of whatever you want. Clamato. So just had that. Now we're going for pozole, which is kind of like pork soup with corn, sort of. I don't know how to describe it. It's really good though. We're going to some kind of like street food place. It's a restaurant that somebody's just opened up in their house. Kind of a consistent theme here in small town Mexico. So it's very very good food though. So pretty here.
Fighting about it, you're just like, well, and then you're right, mate, because they're running one to get up the
Well, second ridiculously big michelada of the day. Cost 80 pesos, so $4. And now we're just walking down the street.
Sidewalk. When you drink on the sidewalk, you know?
Bad Boys 3 was actually filmed in this town, and this is the field that Will Smith had his helicopter land on. Apparently they're playing baseball. But, yeah. Can imagine a helicopter here. I'm not quite sure what this is. It's a merry-go-round with a helicopter, a bear, a pony. Winnie the Pooh. Oh, Buzz Lightyear. Sorry. They're correct. Buzz Lightyear riding a bear.
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh. Sorry. A bug. Oh, no, there's a second one. Oh, but there's no Buzz Lightyear on that one. And this is actually where they filmed the Bad Boys 2 or 3, I think it was. It's an old, it's a horse there, dog. It's an old sugarcane factory. So they, back in the 50s and 60s, this is like one of the major producers of sugarcane for Mexico, actually the world. So that's where they refine the sugarcane into actual sugar. It's obviously no longer in production, so it's kind of like falling apart. So if you watch Bad Boys 3 and you check where they claim to be in Mexico City and then they're going to Cuernavaca, they're not doing that. We're about an hour away from Cuernavaca. And when they say it's Mexico City, it's not. It's somewhere around here. And once a year, where we are, they celebrate a crucifix. I'm not quite understanding exactly why. But they decorate the entire street in town. And then block it off with a bunch of old, awesome cars. Oh. No. Well, I'm getting a bunch of shit for saying I didn't understand it because they told me earlier. So the story is effectively there was a crucifix that was from Tepoztlan, which is no longer from Tepoztlan. Now Huatzopan, sorry. Crucifix from Huatzopan that they brought down here because the town needed some good tidings and a miracle. So they brought it down from the mountain, but you have to walk it. So it's like, you know, it's like a 45-minute drive. So they walked it all the way here, and then the miracle happened, so they were trying to bring it back, and they got a bunch of guys to carry it up, and the crucifix did not want to go back. It got too heavy, and nobody could carry it. And so the people who had it before said, well, obviously the crucifix wants to be in this town and doesn't want to be where it came from, and so they kept it here instead. They, you know, saying that it had its own opinion. So now every year they celebrate and decorate this street. Yeah. How long ago was it? How long ago is it? The crucifix? A long time ago. They don't really know when. And I'm being told I need to record this because I keep saying Tepoztlan and it's Huatzopan, the second word there. The H is silent. And here, it's kind of a interesting thing. You can see somebody's driveway here, and then there are massive holes in the river with no fence or anything else. So apparently nobody's ever driven into it, but you know, seems like it might happen. Anyway, it goes all the way along. There's another one there, and whatnot. It's how they used to get water around the town, specifically for the farming. It's a big farming town. So see, there's a active river down there. It's concrete, so it's not really a river. More of an aqueduct. They used to have them above ground. Now they put them below ground because now they have pumps, unlike 100 years ago. Super pretty. Fireworks all day today. Speaking of the crucifix, they're having a parade for it today. They were decorating earlier, and this is the parade. Well, past that. Holy crap, I had absolutely no idea it was this big. See why it didn't want to go back up the hill. Lime tree just in the backyard here. You can see there's just limes literally everywhere. Everything likes growing here. There's a lot of volcanic dust and whatnot, so the soil is super fertile. It's like ridiculous, the number of limes, and this is after we picked, 150 or something off the tree. And this is mangoes. It's a very, very large mango tree, and fortunately there's no mangoes right now. Wrong time of year. More lime trees and stuff over there. Also, guava tree. Can't find any. They're all on the ground and rotting. But, there's one up there. Maybe I'll shake the tree. Didn't try. Oops. I don't think I can film while I shake this, so we'll see if I'm successful. One sec. Success! Actually got one out of the tree. Gonna end this one here. If you've got this far, please subscribe. Really help me out. And if I seem critical at all of Mexico or anything else like that, I really don't mean to be. Love the country. I've been coming here since I was a kid. Been here somewhere between 50 to 100 times, all over the country. Got a lot of friends here. Speak Spanish. I learned it just to be able to come down here and interact with the locals. So do not mean to be critical. But coming from Canada, where I'm from, there's some surrealism here. It's a little bit different. And, some crazy things happen. So just trying to share that with the world. So love it. Definitely worth visiting. See you next time.